A university spokeswoman confirmed to News 18 just moments later that, in fact, shots were fired at the electrical engineering building. Neighbors say no matter how odd Jared and Amanda acted, they never expected them to do what they did on Sunday. As NTSB and FAA officials make their way to the scene, it is likely that more clues as to what caused this crash could be uncovered. The driver eventually lost control of the bus, crashing through hedges, taking some limbs down on the way, finally coming to a stop when he hit the garage. An example of just how strong these pieces of ice are. This tree was pushed up against the home behind me. It opened the bedroom window, and then water was allowed to rush into the home. You can see here in a bit, I am on the ice, and so it is good to go. It's cold, it's slippery, so perfect for ice skaters. When Boer found out he needed to be resourceful, it didn't take long for him to find help from the exact product he farms. West Lafayette City Attorney Eric Burns says the banana is about the size of a billboard. At the first of the month, when people get their SNAP benefits, they'll go get groceries. Then about 2 weeks later, when the food runs out, they come to the food bank for help. Although police are looking for prostitutes working independently, Officer Long says their main focus is finding victims of human trafficking.
We interrupt this regular programming to bring you some breaking news that we have confirmed that shots have been fired on Purdue's campus. We have two reporters on the scene. We're going to go first to Kelly Roberts, who's live at Purdue's campus with more on the scene. Hello, Kelly.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, the report came in just after noon and that there were shots fired, and then a university spokeswoman confirmed to News 18 just moments later that, in fact, shots were fired at the electrical engineering building. And now we know at least one person was shot, and according to the university Twitter, one person is in custody. Even though one person is in custody, you can see right here a very active scene. We're just minutes away from a press conference. Purdue officials and Purdue police and West Lafayette police officials gathering right now, all expected to be at this press conference, few obviously speaking. We will find out most likely more facts about what happened here this afternoon, but here's what we do know. We know at least one person shot and at least one person in custody. We don't know the extent of the injuries of that person who was shot.
And Kelly, please tell us what you know.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, I talked to you guys just a few minutes ago with the latest that we found out here at this press conference that happened at 2:30 this afternoon. One person dead, one person in custody after a shooting at the electrical engineering building on Purdue's campus.
Here's Kelly Roberts now from our sister station, WLFI, live at Purdue for us.
Two students were involved, and they were also both teaching assistants here at Purdue University. 23-year-old Cody Cousins shot and killed 21-year-old Andrew Bolt inside the basement of the electrical engineering building, which is still shut off tonight, as you can see behind me. Curtis Miller lived next to Jared and Amanda Miller for a year on Weaver Street in Lafayette. On Monday, News 18 told him what the couple did. I guess they shot two police officers to death and then one bystander and then killed themselves.
Oh my goodness.
Miller, no relation to Jared and Amanda, says he was surprised the two were involved in the Las Vegas shooting, especially 22-year-old Amanda.
She was very gentle. She was very kind. It's just she was so submissive that, like, he had her under his thumb.
Connie Kennedy says 31-year-old Jared was often paranoid the government was watching him.
He'd come outside and take pictures of the sky and go, "What are you doing?" He'd go, "Well, you see what those planes are doing to our environment," and he would talk about UFOs. And
on Amanda Miller's Facebook page, she posted a video of herself and Jared at November's Million Mass March rally, a rally against corrupt government.
Protesting.
News 18's cameras also found the couple at the rally. According to Amanda's Facebook page, she was head of the needlework department at Lafayette's Hobby Lobby. News 18 can report federal investigators were inside the store investigating Amanda. Co-workers were told not to talk about Amanda. However, one did say she was a nice girl until she met Jared. Jeff Boswell knew Amanda as a teenager when she was in his Jeff High School orchestra class.
Generally, she was a quiet student, attentive, played pretty well.
Boswell also says he is surprised Amanda was involved in the shooting, but he admits sometimes you don't know someone when you think you do.
But that's kind of our world anymore. We're gone nuts, haven't we?
In September, News 18 introduced you to then 4-year-old Braden Denton and his mother, Stacy. At the time, Braden was in the middle of his battle with a brain tumor. Denton says it was a battle fit for a superhero. But as the months went on, Braden got worse.
He stopped completely walking, and then, we got through that hurdle of, dealing with that, and then he started not to be able to eat or drink.
Earlier this month, Denton took Braden to Riley Hospital for Children to stay. Then, on May 8th,
basically he stopped breathing.
When planning a funeral for her superhero, something came to Denton's mind. Forget the suits and dresses. Instead, she wanted her loved ones representing what Braden loved the most, superheroes.
He was a huge Spider-Man fan, and he had to quit disliking Spider-Man because he had all the toys. So really he liked every superhero.
And a League of Superheroes showed up. Pallbearers dressed as Braden's favorite superheroes. The man in front, dressed as Thor, is Braden's uncle, Corey Denton.
It was hard, but I did it for him. We went to the Superman movie with him, and he was dressed up as Superman. I watched all the Iron Mans with him.
The picture of the Denton superhero being carried by his superhero friends has had hundreds of shares on Facebook. It may have been an unconventional funeral, but
that's what Braden would have wanted.
Good evening, I'm Kelly Roberts. Elizabeth Rentschler has the night off. Thanks for joining us. Lafayette police arrested 3 people on meth-related charges after receiving reports of suspicious activity early Saturday morning. People across the country are celebrating the start of 2014, and one area celebration was care of the Surf Center in Lafayette. The big thing is, how long could this last? And you're saying a while. The woman who lives at the home on Ripley Street and her 11-month-old baby were inside the garage up until about 2 minutes before the crash. The FAA needs to hire more than 6,000 controllers over the next 5 years to keep pace with those approaching mandatory retirement.
It's a need that has become even more pressing after nearly a year-long hiring freeze ended earlier this year.
If you have any information, you're asked to call Lafayette Police or the anonymous We Tip hotline. Now, also happening this morning, 2 residents were injured after police say 2 people broke into their home and hit them with a gun. When police arrived, they found the man with a gunshot wound to his shoulder and chest area. I think the warmth will eventually come. Think positive thoughts and it'll come, right?
It will by the end of the week, so look forward to that.
Perfect. Thanks, Amber.